Hey guys, this is Spartacus here, and welcome to another video where today I'm going to be talking about Infected in Infinite Warfare. Now, I have already made a video talking about Infected, but they actually have updated Infected in the last update for Infinite Warfare, and they changed a couple of things in Infected that kind of made it a little bit better, which I think is kind of nice. So anyway, the first thing I want to mention in Infected that they changed, which is probably a very, very good thing because this is something I actually did to kind of cheat myself way into playing Infected, is that when you play Infected, right? Of course, there's a countdown for the match to actually begin, but then there's a 15-second countdown to the initial affected, right? Which is the first person who randomly gets chosen to be infected first, right? Now, you cannot wait and spawn until the first person is infected. So that means, like before, once the first person was already chosen to be infected, and then you spawn in, obviously you have your gun and everything, you're a survivor basically, and you're not infected, right? Whereas now, when you spawn in, when you choose to wait and spawn in, after the first infected is already chosen, then you will automatically become infected. It will automatically kill you as a suicide right when you spawn in, and you'll be infected. So there's no waiting anymore. You can't wait until the countdown is over. Then you can spawn in. I recommend spawning in first, unless you actually want to be infected, I guess. If you want to be a survivor, then spawn in before the initial affected starts, because that's the best way to do it, and you might get lucky and not be the first infected when the game randomly chooses someone or something like that. So anyway, that's the first thing I want to mention that they changed, and I think it's a good thing because I was one of those people who would always wait until the first infected was already chosen, and then I'd spawn in. But now once you do that, you'll automatically become infected, which I think is kind of a nice thing they did, because it kind of cheats people away into like getting their high KD and stuff like that. Another thing that they changed in Infected is that you're no longer using the exact same class on every single map. It is now a randomly chosen class for you. Not for everybody using the same class, but every time you load into an Infected match now, it's not going to be the same S-Ravage shotgun and the Kendall 44 pistol. It's not going to be those all the time. Now, that class still is in the Infected game mode, but they have added some new classes in, which I think is pretty nice. Some of them might be the intervention sniper rifle with the EMC pistol, and I'm trying to think of the lethals and tacticals. They have the tacticals, like the one like tactical thing where you can, like, it's like a portable radar or something like that, which isn't very useful at all. Then your lethal for that class, I believe, is a trip mine. And then there's also the R3K, which is pretty nice. I love using the R3K in multiplayer, and it's kind of nice how we have that in Infected now. So yeah, the R3K is a weapon that you can use in Infected. You do not have a secondary weapon though when you use the R3K, because I mean, it's an assault rifle, right? It's an assault rifle, not too hard to use. It is burst though. And another thing that I think they added a submachine gun to Infected. I'm not sure what submachine gun it is. I can't remember. I think it might be, I don't know. I can't remember what the submachine gun was, but I'm pretty sure there's a submachine gun class in there in Infected. But anyway, the point is there are different classes you can use throughout Infected with different tacticals and lethal equipment depending which one you're using and all that kind of stuff. And also another thing I noticed when I was playing Infected that they changed, I never actually looked up what they changed in Infected, but these are the things I've noticed. Another thing I noticed is that your boost when you're using your jetpack is slower rechargeable rate. It has a way slower rechargeable rate compared to when you're playing a normal team deathmatch game mode, right? So like a normal team deathmatch game mode, it's obviously you have your jetpack boost, right? It has that normal charge boost, but when you play Infected now, it actually has a slower charge boost, which is quite interesting. So if you're like using your jetpack, it'll take longer to regenerate, which is quite interesting. Kind of makes it a little bit more fair instead of just bunny hopping around so Infected can't get you. But it also applies to the Infected itself. When you're playing as an Infected, your boost meter recharges slower as well. So that's kind of another thing to keep in mind. So it kind of like makes things a little bit more you kind of got like when you're a survivor, you kind of gotta watch your boost meter. So when you're like wall running and then you're jumping, it might not recharge as fast as you need it to. So you just gotta kind of watch out for that. And you know, I love how they updated this. I know I've been kind of ranting on my past two videos on Infinity Ward's like update that they did for the game, which is really dumb. But this is one of the positive things for Infected. This is something we needed, more variety in Infected instead of using the exact same weapon class every time and cheating your way and to not becoming the first infected all the time. So I really like what they did with Infected. I am pretty happy. I've been playing it a little bit more because Infected's a fun game mode, right? We've had it ever since Modern Warfare 3, and Modern Warfare 3 was my first Call of Duty game, so I remember playing Infected back in the day very well, going to private matches where the person who's hosting the lobby will make it where the infected doesn't have a knife, and also back then you could also like customize it in private match where you can earn kill streaks in Infected, which that was a bunch of fun back in Modern Warfare 3. But this is Infinite Warfare Infected, and it's a lot different, of course. But anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating for what you guys feel this video deserves. I just want to let you guys know some new changes in Infected, which I personally enjoy. I think that was the positive thing that they did with this update. Of course, we also have Epic Gun Game, where it's basically just gun game, only all the weapons you cycle through are epic versions of that weapon, which I think is really, really awesome. I love what they did with the gun game. So anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a rating for what you guys feel this video deserves, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Call of Duty content later in the future, and also comment down below what you guys think of this update for Infected, and what you guys think of Infected in general, because Infected's obviously a fun kind of party game mode to play on, whether it's against bots or your friends, or just going online and going against random people, right? I mean, it is a cheap way to like get your KD up, but in reality, you don't earn very much XP for your player. You don't earn very much XP for mission teams. Couldn't think of the name there. And you also only earn like 1 key per match. So I mean, that's kind of another thing to keep in mind, is that you don't earn that, you don't level up as fastly when you play Infected. The only positive thing is you might get a good KD or something. But anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed, and I shall catch you guys later.